Hi, it's Mark Gordon with GoldenTicker.com on Monday, March the 7th, 2011, and I want to just take a quick look at silver here. And you can see that silver was in a sideways pattern here through much of the beginning of 2010, and in September really took off here, breaking out of this sort of flat base here, and had a huge leg up here, going from a low in the low 17s all the way up to $31 here. And then as 2011 came in, had about a 15-16% pullback here, which took it through this blue line here, which is the 10-week moving average, and held here down here at the 20-week moving average. Got support here, and then quickly turned tail in January, and has run up ever since, following this almost vertical channel here on up. And looking at a 10-year chart of silver, on a monthly basis, you can see the meteoric rise of the metal here. In 2001, bottomed out here at about $4 and has run up here, of course, up into $35 range, $36 range here, which is roughly an 8-fold move here in the last 10 years. Just fantastic. It has had its corrections along the way, scaring people out. This is a particularly nasty one here as all the markets collapse here, going from a high of $21 on down all the way to $8.40 here. But has rebounded very strongly along with the bull market in stocks that started in March of 2009 and has gone on now for 2 years. Actually, March 9th will be the 2-year anniversary of this bull market in stocks. So silver has been running up along with the stock market here, and very nicely. Kind of stalled out here. We can see that on the other chart here in late 2009, going through the summer of 2010, and has run up. And we're really in a vertical run here. Now, if I draw a trend line along the last two major tops here, this one here in 2006, and then again in 2007. And pull it on out here, we can see that we're coming up into an area of possible resistance where traders will look at that and say, you know, enough's enough here, let's take some profits here and get a pullback like we did back here, going from $15 down to $9.5, quite a big drop. And then of course here this big massive drop here. And then coming up here, we could get a pullback. Nothing's ever for sure, but I would expect some profit taking as we do get into this area here, because a lot of traders will be looking at that, and we've had a very, very sizable run here. So that's just something to think about. Now, here's an interesting chart. When I price silver in gold, you can see that silver has really been outperforming gold here since its breakout here in late August, early September. So silver really on the run, even compared to gold here. And here's a chart pricing silver against the S&P 500. So silver against stocks, again, breaking out and running substantially higher. And let's take a daily chart of silver and draw some trend lines to try and figure out how to trade this on an intermediate trend basis. And we can see that we had a downward trending line here at the beginning of the year, little channel here that it was following. Then it broke out here right as February came in. We broke out, and now we've been running up pretty much along this gray line here, which is the 10-day moving average. So it's getting a lot of support there at its 10 days. So that might be a place where you could add shares or purchase a silver as it pulls back there and starts to rebound up. Never buy on the way down, always buy on the way back up. So if it honors this line here, this 10-day moving average or this trend line, it might be a trade to to pick up some down there. And then consequently, as it gets up here, this sort of gray line, see this grayish area in here? This is called the Bollinger Band. Now as it gets up here to the top of this Bollinger Band, it starts to pull back as well. It did get way above it here, but then quickly pulled back and corrected back to the 10-day moving average, or this trend line here. So you could take a little top here and draw a trend line like that, or you could actually take and blow through that and pick up something like this as your trend line. But I would follow the Bollinger Band top here and never buy above that Bollinger Band top, and try to buy up against this bottom trend line here. So that's just an idea how to trade it. It is going up very quickly, and it could correct very fast. So be very careful with silver.